right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 811. I'm your host, GPD, here on Long Island, New York. And as always, we're joined by a man who's going to spend most of the holidays inside of Fortnite, Wombat.
I mean, Winterfest does start tomorrow, and I am off all week next week. Although I'll probably have to work every day anyway, but technically I'm off, so.
The introduction never lies.
Nope.
There's always at least some truth in there.
A sliver of truth in every introduction.
There's a kernel of truth in that, yeah.
At least. Like, it could be 100% true or just a sliver, but there is always some truth there.
Yes, I'm definitely going to appreciate the Fortnite distraction.
Yes, cheers to your... we got some wine.
Is that what the season's
there?
called? Distraction?
Yes, I am drinking, this is blueberry port. It's one of my favorites. I like blueberry port wine.
Blueberry port wine.
Yes, it is a high alcohol volume concentrated port.
I get that. Like most wines are made out of grapes, but you chose blueberries.
Yes, Long Island blueberries. This is a Long Island made blueberry.
I have never had blueberry wine before, I would say.
Oh, I like blueberry wine. I've been
like, so there's no grapes in blueberry?
There is no grapes in this. This is blueberry. Yes, this is blueberry port.
This is news to me.
Oh, it's good. It's a little tart. It tastes.
What'd you call me?
It's strong. Yeah, I called you a little tart.
Oh.
But I am a fan, and it's sometimes you need a little something to soothe the soul.
Soothe the something.
It's blueberry port.
Delicious.
Thank you.
You don't Shipwreck is skeptical of that blueberry wine is the thing.
I've just never had blueberry wine
the first time I ever had blueberry wine was in Maine, which is basically where you're gonna find blueberry wine because that's like where blueberries
Is this just because these regions don't have grapes? What's going on here with this wine?
No, I mean there are a lot of vineyards on Long Island, but this vineyard just happens to make a blueberry port in addition to its other grape-based wines, and I'm a fan of ports in general.
Okay.
And when my wife and I went to the vineyard on her birthday this year, and we were like, "Oh, blueberry port! I bet that's good." And it comes in like a fancy, like long, slim port bottle, and I'm like, "Let's get that." And then when we were out holiday shopping for booze gifts last weekend, we saw the bottle in the store again, and I'm like, "Let's get that because it's good stuff." You know what it goes really well with? Vanilla
pancakes.
Ice cream. Vanilla ice cream. Vanilla ice cream and blueberry port is a good combination.
Especially if you want to vomit.
Yeah.
If you
I'm not having
how
ice cream.
thick is it? Like
it's not quite a syrup. Like you can kind of see it. It's not syrup thick. It's still a liquid.
Still pretty thick though.
But it is, it's definitely thicker than your average wine. Yeah. That's why you sip it. It's like it's a port. It's for dessert.
You should get that on a t-shirt, by the way, Wombat.
Yeah.
Thicker than the average wine.
That's me. Thicker than the average wine. It's good. I mean, what am I gonna do? What are you drinking there? Was that bourbon?
Water.
That's bourbon. That is bourbon. I have the advent calendar of bourbon.
What's today?
This one's made out of old tires, actually.
Yeah. No, so it came with, like, my bourbon calendar came with like a little like notebook that I could take notes on each bourbon, and then like I'm supposed to look up to see which bourbon is which. I've kind of fallen off my duties there. Like I literally just opened it up and went like, this is a little bottle of bourbon. I'm gonna pour it in here and I'm gonna enjoy it. And
wait, what are you supposed to do?
You're supposed to like note which bourbon it is and like talk about how oaky it is, or
you're not even rating it from like a scale of 1 to 10 or anything like that.
No. I don't have time to do that. I just need to drink it.
But okay, that's fair. But let's say, so how many are there?
24. Most advent calendars come with 24.
Dude, Jew.
I've seen some that are 12.
I know you're a big Jew.
I've seen some that are 12.
No, 12 is like a cheap man's advent calendar. It's like we brought like 12 pairs of socks, right? Like, no, you're supposed to start at the beginning of December. You've got 24 little boxes to open.
Okay.
And so I get a little I don't know, 2 fingers worth of bourbon every you like that 2 fingers? PP, is that what you're interested
I was just hoping you're warmed up first.
Of bourbon like every
Right.
day until Christmas.
So okay. So my question is 24 and they're all different brands, I guess, or
Yeah, they're all different. Either different brands or different versions from those different distilleries.
got it. So here's my question. The question
Yes.
is, at the end of the 24 days, you've not taken any notes, but do you have any feelings about which ones were best or worse?
Yeah, like if I had ones that like I'm like, oh, this is particularly good, then I'd probably take note of it, of like, which one was this?
Okay.
I mean, can't you just save the bottle so you remember what?
Well, it's very complicated because the bottles don't tell the name of what it is. You have to like you pull it out and then it has a number on it, which is different than the day number.
It's the
So you
sample
pulled it out
number
of-
or
This
whatever.
already feels like work.
And then
This
you have
is
to,
why
like,
I just
you
bought
have
a
to get
bottle
your
of
sheet-
wine.
Right, you have to get your sheet out to tell you what number that
Sure.
corresponds with.
Okay.
And it's too much work is what it ends up being. So I just take the little bottles out, I pour them into my glass with my fancy ice cube,
Uh-huh.
like the big ice cube. Like you don't want the little ice cubes. You have to get like the big
Is
ice
that one
cubes.
big ice cube? It's hard to tell.
Yeah,
It
one
looked like,
big
oh,
ice
that
cube.
one, it looked like 2.
No, it's one big ice cube.
Okay. Oh, it's a square.
So
It's a
you
big
do
square ice
take
cube.
notes. You're just not taking notes every time. If there's one that's particularly good, you will write it down in the book and be like,
Correct.
okay.
Correct.
That's what I was surprised when you said you weren't taking any notes, because it seems like it's a good opportunity to
I'm
collect
honestly
data.
surprised you didn't start a spreadsheet.
I mean,
Right.
I could. I think that's a valid concern here.
Right. You can do
Um,
more with the spreadsheet.
You're making me feel bad about myself
Good.
as a person
That's
right
the
now.
whole point of the show.
That's where
Yeah,
I'm going here.
Yeah. So, but I'm just drinking them. I've decided to just drink them.
Right.
It's working out pretty well.
I saw a similar advent calendar, but it was for hash rosin,
Sure.
but I didn't get it.
Celebrate the season.
It was it was probably a lot more than that calendar. How much is a whiskey advent calendar?
Not cheap.
Like 600.
Oh, $600?
That's more, but it's
Right.
yeah, it's probably twice
Okay.
what the advent calendar is.
Not nothing.
Not nothing. Not
Right.
nothing.
Right. Same concept
But-
though.
Same I mean, it's a solid concept.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I thought about it, but I was like, also.
Right. Also, you're Jewish, so it's
Right.
almost sacrilegious to have
You
that
don't think
advent
that
calendar.
we call them Hanukkah countdown calendars.
Do you?
No.
Yeah.
Is that what you call them?
Yeah.
We
call
just
them a
write
Han-
over it. We cross out whatever the words are on it.
Oh
and
no, we
write-
got Sabrina got a Hello Kitty one because
Okay.
that's her new hotness is Hello Kitty.
Wait, there really is something called a Hanukkah countdown calendar?
I mean, I figured
They
dates
just say-
are the
they just-
same
actually,
for
they-
Jews as they are for Gentiles.
They actually most of them just say holiday countdown calendar on them now. They don't actually say advent calendar.
So it's just a thing with holes in it, with
Yeah.
surprises inside.
and you get a prize every day, and it just lets you know when the first night of Hanukkah is going to be.
Right.
And-
Okay.
Which happens to be the same day as Christmas this year.
It
So
was a big win for advent calendars this
it
year.
was a big win for advent calendar.
And for cultural appropriation.
Yes, of course, Sabrina did take her calendar, just open it up and take everything. So I'm like, you kind
Oh,
of
wow.
It.
Jew.
What?
Typical
Yeah,
Jew.
That's a very like
I was very unhappy about that. Elliot is still doing his every day.
right.
so-
At the very least,
Good
you
Jew,
have to
good
like
Jew.
you have
Good
to
Jew.
like fall behind a couple days and then have to catch up. Like,
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
oh no, I'm a couple days behind on this bourbon. I better catch up.
And hers was more expensive than his, and she's just like, nope, I'm just opening it. So, but whatever.
So
We have- We
imagine
have
that
a lot of them.
you had a lot of the advent calendars.
That does not surprise me.
We have
It's a big
multiple
business.
ones. It's a big deal.
because most
got-
of them probably are not $300 to $800.
Oh no. Like Mrs. Shipwreck has a wine one.
Right.
It's like a small bottle of wine for every day.
Right.
And then the kids have they're like the nano figs. Like my
Right.
son has one of the nano figs, the metal,
Yeah, I saw that
Ninja
one.
Turtles
at Target.
one.
I saw that.
the Ninja Turtles one. It's pretty solid actually. Like,
Well, it should be. They're metal figures.
Yeah,
so this is like
yeah.
a huge business. I feel like
Oh yeah,
we can make
yeah.
some
Oh, yeah.
money here if we come up with the right concept.
He's got that one, and then he also has like the Marvel Lego one, the Spider-Man one.
That's a quality one too.
It's a good one as well. Like sometimes you get ones and you're like, what am I building here? This I don't recognize what in the world I'm building here. And you're like building like a trash can from New York City.
We got
the iconic New York City trash can.
The new one, because they just changed. They just came out with a new one.
I think it's the old one.
It's already out of date.
Yeah.
Elliot got rocks.
Did you make that yourself?
It's a rock a day.
You just went in your backyard.
He wasn't very good this year.
He gets a rock a day.
A rock a day.
If I told you he didn't love it and gets excited to look and see what his new rock is going to be,
that's fine.
They're nice rocks, though. They're not just like rocks you took out of the driveway.
No, they're like they're minerals and crystals. And
that's cool. But it would be good if you also just took them out of your backyard.
It would be pretty funny, and he would probably still like it.
How about a dog shit calendar? You'd also get that out of your yard.
I could definitely get that out of my backyard. Yes.
How about I want to come up with like the $1 million concept. How about like a fleshlight advent calendar? And it's like 24 different artificial vaginas.
No, I don't think anyone wants that.
What? You don't think people like artificial vaginas?
No.
24 different ones.
It's supposed to be small anyway. They do. I have seen like the adult.
What, the vaginas are supposed to be small?
I've seen an adult toy advent calendar.
Oh, you have?
Yes.
Yeah, see, I knew it was a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, you could.
But were they all?
You can put whatever you want in these.
Were they all artificial vaginas? Because I feel like that's really the concept here.
They were mostly like female stimulation.
Got it. Just so like a big board with like 24 poles sticking out of it.
Yes, that's what. Yeah.
Right.
Sit here.
Jump up and down.
Jump up and down.
Stand up, sit down. Stand up, sit down.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Speaking of judging, like things, we're coming up off the successful New York Growers Cup 2024.
Nice.
Where I operated the slideshow and didn't fuck it up. It was like 700 people at a Live Nation venue where there was.
Did you create the slideshow too?
Did I what?
Did you create the slideshow?
I did not create that slideshow because that slideshow was like top secret and it had the winners on it. So I created the writing for some of the slideshows, but not the particular slideshow that I operated. Does that make any sense? There were a lot of slideshows. There were a lot of slideshows, somewhere in movie form. But the one for the actual awards where you're saying you're announcing like first, second, and third place in different categories and people coming up on stage and stuff, that's a slideshow that has to be done by a person but who knows what's going on. But I successfully operated a PowerPoint slide and announced in Michael Buffer style that people should get ready to smoke. And no, if you say that, then the lawyers immediately come running through the door.
I know.
And 80-year-old Michael Buffer, who looks like a zombie, is gonna put some curse on you. Anyway, it was a great event. I got this shirt from. Actually, I didn't get it from the event. I ordered it mail order, but I met the people who make the shirt at the event.
I still have no idea what it means, but I'm glad that you like it. And that's
someone in the chat. Did you see someone in the chat knew what it meant?
I saw that. I'm impressed that there are people that know what it is. I think it's obviously that means that you're cooler than I am.
It means that's $20.
Yeah, I don't know what it means, but again,
it's GAC. GAC is Graffiti Art King. So when you see
GAC is made by Nickelodeon.
Well, they're probably trust me, if they can figure out, they probably want to sue. Somebody wants to sue somebody, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
But GAC is Graffiti Art Kings. And then, so if you see Kest on it, that's one of the members. That's the guy's name, like a graffiti name. His tag, his handle. I don't know really the proper terminology. But so Kest is the guy's name. There's Ribs, Kest. There's a bunch of different people. No, that's
Alfalfa.
that's the Little Rascals.
Oh.
Did I say Ribs? Gouch.
Rib.
Detour.
Darla.
There's a few others, but
Darla.
I also bought at the New York Growers Cup. I bought this Best Buy logo that says the old Best Buy logo that says.
Oh, is that that's a Best Buy logo?
You didn't
recognize it.
Yes, you did.
I didn't recognize it.
Stop it. Best Buy recognized it because apparently they sent them a cease and desist to their Instagram. But
right.
I bought like a sign of this that's like a reflective from a construction, like a repurposed construction sign that just looks like this. I could have got it and showed you, but I'm not gonna.
Okay, where you can do that?
It's in the window. So here's a funny follow-up story. I put it in my window facing outside so people can see it. It looks like the stickers that are all over the city. So my plumber had to come the other day, and he came up and he's like, "Hey, I saw that CAGcast thing in your window." He's like, "Are you CAGcast?" I'm like the opposite of CAGcast, so he's like, "What does that mean?" And I got to explain what it meant and everything.
So this means nothing to anyone in Ohio.
I don't think it means much to people on Long Island either.
I mean, anyone who goes into the city and sees there's like hundreds of thousands of these GAC stickers all over the city, and like not just Manhattan, but like all the boroughs, and even beyond that, people have taken them and putting them all over the world. So it's famous, infamous, whatever.
Stickers.
But they were originally graffiti writers, but now the new way of doing it is you just make the stickers and you do it. It's a lot easier and you have a less chance of getting arrested and you can just cover a lot more ground.
Sure. You can just take the stickers off.
You just take them off and stick them on and then you walk away. Like, is what I'm saying. You can sort of do it low
stickers.
Key. You know how stickers work. You do know how stickers work.
I do know how stickers work.
Wait, stickers? What the hell is that?
Apparently, like graffiti artists, the main point of the graffiti artist is just getting their name as many places as possible. And so the stickers accomplishes that goal. I'm not an expert, but these guys were a guest on the I Smoke New York podcast, and I had to do some research. And so I know some stuff, but I probably get some stuff wrong because I'm an old white Jew. But that's the story of GAC.
So how do I get in the sticker game?
How do you get in the sticker game? You print up stickers.
Okay. You go to that, what is that? That octopus company, the ink.
Why
then you just order like 100 stickers for $3. I think is what they do.
Well, you're gonna have to get a lot of stickers because you gotta put them. You're gonna want to put them in places
I'd say you start
where
with
people.
100 for about $3.
You're gonna want to put them in places where people
Don't
can
forget to
see
use your
them.
company's logo. It's great for company retreats and family reunions.
We're not sponsored by them.
Oh, we're not.
As far as I know, maybe you are on the DL.
I didn't even get the company name right.
I feel like I just don't understand.
So you are being sponsored by them.
Uh-oh.
I don't understand the relevance, I guess, of putting stickers places and what that does for you.
Because they do it, from my understanding, is that these guys do it for recognition. They just want people to wonder, like, what the fuck, literally, like, what the fuck is CAGcast? That I read an interview with this guy recently with Kest, and he said, literally, I want people to like either be annoyed by it or wonder what it is, or just, I don't know. They wanted their names in people's faces and just to like get recognition for putting their stuff in places where it can be noticed.
Sounds stupid.
And usually it's in places that are usually not pleasant, not pleasant to look at, like the backs of street signs that were normally just like a plain piece of metal or stuff like that. So the way they look at it is like they're putting up like a free art gallery for people at their expense. And
like it's their expense of like ordering some stickers.
It's a lot of money though. How much do you think like 300,000 stickers cost?
Like $30.
They're good stickers that are like not going to come off in all weather and stuff.
Good stickers.
$35.
I think it's probably substantial. But anyway,
I don't understand this business model, I guess.
Okay, so every time someone sees
it's not a business model. It's not a business model.
They make 5 cents.
It's not a business model. That's the point. They do sell these shirts, but like some of the guys don't give a shit. Like it's just they're not doing it for the money. The money is not the reason why they do it. I'm pretty sure they all have real jobs, and this is just like a thing that they do. They're all friends with each other. They've been doing it since the 80s.
They all work in finance.
Right.
You should go on YouTube and just type in, I don't know if you could find it, but on the I Smoke New York page, there's a video of them talking about how they were thought that Ben, our friend Ben Gilbert, was a cop. And it's very funny.
I think everybody thinks Ben Gilbert's a cop.
I still think he's a cop.
I would think he was a cop.
No, that's a joke. But anyway, whatever. I bought some graffiti street art and that t-shirt. And did the New York Growers Cup. And all these things were great.
Good.
Thank you. What else is going on?
I went to Cincinnati again. We talked about that before.
Bowling. I love bowling.
How is it again?
Cincinnati is great. It's a play on words, GP. It's not about bowling. It's about pinball tables in Cincinnati.
Oh, I was way off.
You're way off.
Yes.
But it's at our local Holiday Inn, and I don't know. There's a lot of pinball tables. It's fun. We played. Have you ever played it's called a Revolution 8?
Revolution X?
No.
That's a light gun game. I played
that. That is a light gun game with Aerosmith. This is with Roman numerals.
No.
So what it is, like there's a lot of unique stuff there. Like they have a lot of the new Stern pinball tables. So it's called all the new Godzilla and Foo Fighters and the X-Men like 97 table. If you haven't played that, that's fantastic.
Is that a new table?
It's a new table.
Got it.
It's a new table. It's super fun because it has like the Sentinel and it like actually like has like arms that like grab onto the pinball and everything. It's a lot of fun.
Okay.
But then they have like a lot of old stuff too. And there's like this cocktail table where 4 players sit down around this cocktail table. And then when it's your turn, the entire pinball table like rotates to you.
Oh, I saw it. What was that called?
Revolution.
Oh, that's Revolution 8. That's the name of the pinball table.
Yeah, I think that's the name of it, which is a crazy idea. Like, who in the world needs a sit-down pinball table where we're too lazy to like swap out players that we're just sitting around? But I love that it exists.
It's designed to get attention in an arcade, I guess, right?
I don't even know if like, is it something that you go into arcade for? It doesn't even seem like it would fit into an arcade.
I don't know.
Really?
I was in a Dave and Buster's last night, and they had a giant hungry hippo. So
that's a fun game.
So
the giant hungry hippo is a good game.
So I'm like, this seems like a similar concept.
That's a ticket winner there. The hungry hippo game. Mm-hmm. Played that. Played some like there was an awesome like 1934 World's Fair table.
Whoa.
Where it was a World's Fair like jigsaw puzzle where it didn't have flippers at all. Like the whole thing is like you launch the ball and then it like does like a full round around the whole table. And then it lands inside of, I don't, basically like little slots, like similar to like when we grew up, the little handheld, like where you'd launch the little balls and it'd land into the little cups type of thing. But as you did that, like there was a jigsaw puzzle down below that would flip over the puzzles, like puzzle pieces, to form the whole jigsaw. And it was like it was crazy, like that was like a 1930s type of like, it was awesome.
Cool.
Like, and then they had all the 80s and 90s pinball. And then there was a video game like a vendor there, which was super good because everybody's there for the pinball. And so like I just went there and just like bought a whole bunch of stuff like that was good, that was cheap, because nobody was there to buy video games.
Right. Oh, a game vendor, not a pinball machine vendor.
No, like
are they selling them there too?
They do.
Okay.
So
that's
like
the point of the expo, basically.
Most of the tables there are for sale as well.
Got it. Okay.
So like I got lucky to get out of there without buying a Scooby-Doo pinball table. Like every year it's like a struggle of like, am I coming home with one of these thousands of dollars of pinball machines?
Right. It takes up so much space and you have to fucking get it in the house and all that shit.
And then
but it's right down the street too. Like this is literally like 5 minutes from my house where this occurs.
Right. Still got to move it.
But it's great. Like
how much does a Scooby-Doo machine cost? Like $3-4 grand?
I think it's closer to 6.
Oh.
Wow. That's way too much.
It's like 10 hash calendars.
Yeah.
That's way too much.
But is it?
Mm-hmm.
Is it?
$6,000 is too much for a pinball table.
But it's cheaper than what it is at retail.
I do not care.
But it's Scooby-Doo.
But it's Scooby-Doo.
I can't imagine it's worth $6,000.
Probably is.
I don't think so.
Probably is.
How many quarters is that?
Like, you think I'm gonna like charge people quarters
No,
coming to my house
that
to
was-
like play these?
Wombat wants to know when you're gonna get your money back.
That seems as good as a business venture, like a business model, as these stickers are.
Back, yeah.
They're not in it for the money. They're just trying to fuck shit up and put their name on.
Yeah,
And,
but
and have people come up
it
to them and go.
seems expensive.
Yeah. Yes.
But like at the same time, like
Oh no. There are very few things that you could say cost $6,000 that aren't expensive. And it's like this Lamborghini's only $6,000. Then I'm like, oh, that's a cheap Lamborghini. But a pinball table for $6,000 feels expensive.
I feel like you need to play the X-Men machine.
That's fine. I'm still not spending $6,000 on it.
Maybe you should.
No.
Maybe you should.
Where are you gonna put it, Wombat?
No way.
What if Shipwreck bought it for you? Where would you put it?
I would have no place to put it.
The basement. You can put it in the basement.
My basement's a disaster. Although that's part of the next week plan is to clean the basement.
You'd have a basement sale. Just like people come in and just throw price tags on everything. Don't you have to move it outside?
It's called a garage sale.
No, but do it in the basement. That way you don't have to move anything outside.
Estate sale.
But you're still living there.
So they don't need to know that.
All right.
This
Is that
estate
enough?
sale is limited to the basement.
Ooh, that's a nice couch. Not for sale.
Right.
What about the dogs? The dogs are for sale.
Depends. But
Maybe
how much
that
money you
one.
got?
Maybe that one.
Maybe the little one.
Oh.
All right. Should we do some show feedback?
Do we need to do this show?
We'll just do it
feedback?
really quick. A bunch of people wrote in complaining about Wombat's mic. We've tried a bunch of different solutions, like pretty much the obvious ones that you would ask ChatGPT. If you have any suggestions, then feel free to like send them our way. Wombat, what kind of computer do you have? That might help people if we can put them to work for us. You know, like the brand, even like the brand.
Ooh, that is a good question. I think it's a Dell.
You got a Dell, dude? I mean, dude, you got a Dell.
Yeah.
Dude, fucking Dell. It's fucking us up.
Yes,
All
it
right.
is a Dell.
If anyone has any ideas like what could be causing like a gating issue with a shitty fucking Dell that Wombat got from his office, please let us know.
How's Dell doing these days? I haven't heard a lot about
you can
Dell.
hear how they're doing. They fucking can't do shit right. Whatever happened to Michael Dell? How come, is he like living on Mars like all these other billionaires? What's going on? Do you have a spaceship?
Yeah, I'm sure he, called it quits a long time ago.
The hell? All right, let's do.
I feel like I haven't thought about Dell in a long time.
Right,
Like,
and they were big. Michael Dell and Dell, like he was up there.
I
with, like,
remember
the elite.
I remember
he's
those
up to.
commercials they got me. I remember getting that box with the cow print on it.
that's Gateway.
Oh, that's Gateway. You're right.
You
Sorry.
motherfucker.
I'm the worst. I'm going to see myself out
His
now.
net worth is 113 billion. Okay, so he probably does have a spaceship. What is he doing now, though? He stepped
Crap,
down.
Gateway's still a thing?
There you go. Bad Gateway.
I had no idea the Gateway was still like making computers.
I don't know what he's doing now. It doesn't really say what he's doing now, but he has 113 billion or something like that. So,
I can get this 14.1 inch laptop Gateway at Target. What do you think it's going to cost me to get a 14.1 inch Gateway laptop at Target?
$499.
$179.99.
It's like a Chromebook, though. It's a Chromebook.
That's a good one.
Isn't that a
That's good one?
Chromebook? Is it a Chromebook?
It is a Chromebook.
Okay,
but
okay.
oh wait, one of them's a Chromebook. I can get the Chromebook for $159.
Oh,
If I don't want the Chromebook and just want that Intel Celeron, which how are we still like we haven't rebranded Celeron in the last
I think they had
like,
to dig that up
30
somewhere.
years?
No, I think they haven't. I think they dug that out of a fucking garbage can somewhere.
All right, so I can get four GBs of RAM and 128 GBs of storage
That's all you need.
in silver for $180 at Target.
You should get two.
Like this is what computers are these days.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
You don't think that's it?
Well, there's like $4,000 gaming PCs you can get and more.
You think that's running Fortnite? This Gateway 14.1.
Streaming.
Maybe not. Yeah.
Streaming. You could stream Fortnite on that.
You can watch videos about Fortnite on it.
It's amazing that these are still things at this point, right? Like,
who's buying those?
Kids. It's a perfect computer for someone who needs to take a computer to school.
Right.
$150 for a computer, $180 for a computer.
Yes,
that's insane.
You could write your term paper on it. Not everything is for playing games, and not everyone can. There's different strokes for different folks. But whatever. I'm not going to get into that.
Right. Some people like that 24-day vaginal calendar.
Exactly.
Some people just only need one. All right, let's do watch this, jerks. Speaking of movies, did everybody watch the Superman trailer that came out today?
I did.
Shipwreck?
I did not.
What?
Is this Tell me about the Superman trailer.
Oh my God, it's so good. I don't know if the movie's gonna be good, but the trailer's pretty good.
Who is Superman? Is it Nicolas Cage?
Johnny Depp.
It's David Corenswet, I believe is his name.
That's
David Carradine.
Yep. He's a relatively unknown actor that got to play Superman.
All you need to know is that
tell me what I need to know.
The Clark Kent of this movie has the haircut that all 17-year-old boys have now, with like a broccoli.
The broccoli cut.
Yeah,
the broccoli cut.
Yeah, he's got
which
that.
I think is so clever. I like that a lot.
I laughed.
Yeah, because you're supposed to look at him and go, "Oh, this guy's a dork." This guy's a dork, and he blends into the crowd. Oh, I get it, because he's Clark Kent, and that's what he wants to do. He wants people to think that he's unassuming, and he just kind of blends in. That's the whole point. Like, I saw people complaining about it online, going, "Oh, why would they do that to Clark Kent? He looks like such a nerd." I'm like, yeah, that's
the fucking point of Clark Kent.
Somebody
really said that.
Yeah.
That's like along the lines of that guy who said that RoboCop stayed out of politics or something.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like because you missed the point. And I'm like, yeah, it's kind of clever. It's like, what are they going to do? Give him the same haircut that Clark Kent had in 1979? No.
They should have made him punk rock, I feel, like fucking mohawk,
seriously,
fucking piercings, tattoos.
Because he doesn't have, if he had that hair when he was Superman, I could understand the complaints.
Right. But the main star of the trailer, Shipwreck, is...
I'm trying to watch it as we're doing this. I just have to get past this Tractor Supply ad before.
You don't have fucking YouTube Premium? What's wrong with you?
I can deal with the Tractor Supply ad before.
That's
I watched this trailer. There he is. Get broccoli cut.
Someone get Shipwreck YouTube Premium for Christmas. Are you watching it right now?
I am watching it right now. He's in the snow. He's bloody.
Yeah, he got beat up by.
Who did he get beat up by?
Wombat. Who's the villain? We don't know.
Well, I mean, we know Lex Luthor's in it. But...
Okay, who's the actor who plays Lex Luthor? He looked familiar.
It's Nicholas Hoult.
What was he in?
You know him from The Great.
Who?
Catherine the Great. That Catherine the Great show.
Yes, that is what I know him from.
Thank you.
Thank you. I was like, I know that guy.
I know. That's why I work here.
And who else did we see in the trailer? Because I didn't recognize anybody, but I knew I was except for the bird lady.
Hawk Girl.
Yep.
We got a Hawk Girl, and we have a Green Lantern.
Okay. How come he was wearing that outfit? That didn't look like Green Lantern.
It's Guy Gardner, Green Lantern.
He's a gardener?
Guy Gardner. That's his name.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's his gardening outfit?
Yeah.
No, that's his leather suit.
Yes. It's Guy Gardner's famous leather suit.
Okay.
Mr. Terrific is in the trailer.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Which one was that?
Him.
That's the black guy with the T on his face.
Oh, I thought that was Mr. T.
No. Mr. Terrific. I'm a big Mr. Terrific fan, now. So I'm kind of glad that he's in it.
Lot of crypto, I see.
A lot of crypto.
Okay.
Crypto's so hot right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, crypto.com. And let's see who else is in there. Oh, and they show the briefest glimpse of Metamorpho. Well, I'm also a big fan of. So.
How come? So wait a minute. Why is Crypto not flying? That was kind of weird. Couldn't he just fly? Can he fly?
I mean, we haven't seen it was a trailer.
But he should fly. Why is he running through the snow when he could be flying?
Maybe he's has to pick up the scent on the ground. I don't know. I haven't seen the movie.
The funny thing that you really need to put all your mind processing power behind is just thinking of Crypto pulling Superman through the snow. like on his back while he's injured, just like dragging him really fast through the snow. Like that probably doesn't feel too good.
Sounds fun.
It's just like ow, 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 ow. See, flying would make more sense, even though it looks weird to watch the dog fly. Probably, if you've ever seen Strange Brew, you would know that.
We'll see. We'll see the movie when the movie comes out. We'll see when the movie comes. We have until July.
So this ties into the other DC Universe movies, right?
Yes, and TV show. Currently, only one show.
I was totally being facetious there. I have no idea how any of the DC Universe stuff ties together.
Is it tied to the Penguin?
They hired James Gunn to create the DC Universe. This is the first.
Oh, we're creating a new one, new DC. Okay, again,
yes, there are certain things that are still canon apparently, but it basically
Batman's parents still die. Is that canon?
Yeah, as James Gunn is like, if we bring something up that happened in a previous movie, then that's
it's canon.
Then it's literally what he said. Because then that's canon. He's like, don't overthink it. Don't think too much about it.
I'm not going to overthink this. I can promise that.
I honestly think he said that for because he's for people like you. He's like,
because it's all dumb. It's all dumb, and we're just gonna keep rolling this dice on all this DC stuff until something sticks.
Yes, I don't think that there's anything wrong with that if he actually pulls it off. Which he's done it in the past.
So what's Superman doing in this? Is he a thing already? Is this like an origin story?
We don't know yet.
He's on the farm with the dad, so.
Oh, okay.
You saw it there, right? So
we don't. I mean, again,
Dad's around.
It's a trailer. We'll find out when the movie is the movie.
Ship. What
Can
if
I relate this to a roller coaster? Like, how does this relate to any of the Superman roller coasters that I've been on?
You don't stand up on it.
Much less entertaining.
And your feet don't dangle. Your feet don't dangle either.
Okay, I know what universe we're in then. Okay, got it.
You might vomit though. From both.
All right.
Depends.
What's next on this list? There's a lot here.
Did you watch the Karate Kids Legends trailer?
I did watch this.
Yes,
I did watch the Karate Kid Legends trailer.
Did you
What
laugh?
are we doing? Why is Karate Kid still like a thing that we're trying to like make into
Okay, here's the question.
a license? Yes. What's going on?
Well, because Cobra Kai is surprisingly like who could have saw that coming, right? Like fucking 5 seasons, 6 who even knows? 6 seasons? So my question is, did you laugh more? Wombat, did you watch that trailer?
No.
Okay. Did you laugh more when Jackie Chan came out or when Ralph Macchio came out?
Well, I knew both of them were going to come out.
I didn't know.
Oh, like, I don't know. Like,
I was just thinking, like, how is karate? They were showing a lot of like kung fu and Chinese martial arts.
It's the combination of both.
I understand. I made it through the trailer, so I learned it's 3 branches, dude. Nice, right? 3 branches,
it's the
one
whole,
tree.
It's the whole one tree. Yeah.
3 trunks.
3 trunks, one tree. Yes.
All gas, no brakes. Something like that. 2 girls, 1 cup.
Yeah,
3
that
holes,
was all. Those were
filled.
those were all the sayings that were mentioned in the trailer.
Anyway, I laughed.
There was a lot of kung fu and karate going on.
Just the thought. I think the thought of like a kung fu master being like, God damn, I'm all out of ideas. I better go to the white karate guy and see what's up. Like, it was just like too much. Like, obviously Hollywood is completely out of ideas for movies and they just don't want to risk they don't want to make any movie that costs any significant amount of money that could have any risk, any new idea. Because it's just like, this makes no sense. This would never, I mean, I know it was never realistic, but they're not even pretending.
What are you talking about? The first Karate Kid was realistic.
I mean, yeah, whatever. It was close enough.
That was a very plausible thing.
Compared to this, it's way plausible.
In the 80s, Karate Kid was like a very plausible thing.
Sure.
It was not a saving the world type of experience. It was like, here's a local karate tournament that's happening.
Right. It was a movie that would not be made today, probably because it's not a sequel, a prequel, or a existing
right.
IP.
Like,
it was also a very cheap movie to make at the time.
It was good.
So,
it is good. No one's shitting on. Don't worry, nobody's insulting Karate Kid.
It's not that movies like that are made today. It's that movies like that aren't widely released in theaters anymore.
There you go.
Yeah.
But it also like spawned other movies like like the Cincinnati classic Airborne.
I like that movie.
Yeah,
Jack Black,
like
young Jack Black.
yeah, like where it's the same exact story but with rollerblades.
Seth Green, Jack Black.
Right. Like, so when are we going to get our Airborne Legends movie?
I mean, Jack Black's pretty popular.
I need to bring back the Devil's Backbone.
You can do it. You can start a.
There's also that one where Billy Blanks plays a school janitor. I can't remember the name of that one, but he's the unassuming janitor, the guy who invented Tybo.
Okay. Yeah.
This is before Tybo. He plays a school janitor. He's like a high school janitor, and there's a kid who gets beat up, and he teaches him karate.
Yeah, I remember that.
That sounds
less
good.
rollerblades than Airborne, but I remember that.
What else we got here? I tried to watch Joker 2 because it's on Max, and I didn't even bother. I'm very surprised.
I
just wanted to see, like, when you hear something's really bad and you know, like, it was like it could have been a big deal. Like, you want to see what went wrong. I made it fairly far. I mean, like 30 minutes, maybe, yeah. It's like nothing happens. He's just like, you're watching him in jail and like doing jail things. And then he's in a courtroom doing courtroom things. And then every once in a while, he's singing a song that you're like, why this song even? You're like, why is he singing a song? And then why this song? And why him? And then Lady Gaga, same thing. So not much was happening, and they're just singing songs.
I did see the Lady Gaga Harlequin album on clearance at Target.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I also tried to watch Beetlejuice 2, which is also on Max.
Now I'm interested in watching that because my kids are interested in watching it.
I didn't get around to it, but we thought.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that.
Fair enough. And myself, like, huge Beetlejuice fan, like seeing the original movie like a billion times. Told Mrs. Cheapy, like, hey, I want when Beetlejuice 2 comes
and Michael Keaton. Like, you want to watch Michael Keaton and stuff, right?
Beautiful. Yeah, everybody loves Michael Keaton. So I tell Mrs. Cheapy, let's watch Beetlejuice 2. She's like, no way, no chance. You're on your own. So I was like, fine, fair enough. So at least I know not to wait around. She had some Christmas party thing. I'm watching it. God damn, I made it like 15 minutes. It's just like, we don't know what we're doing. Has anyone seen the Beetlejuice movie before? Like, no Michael Keaton in the first. He appears for 1 second in the first 15 minutes.
Well, I mean, the first Beetlejuice movie, he's not in it a lot.
I understand. Right? I understand. But you can just see, like, where it's going in the first 15 minutes. Like, we're going to have a villain.
How many red plaid shirts are there? Did we get the red plaid shirts?
Not in the first 15 minutes. But you have like a villain, like you have the classic trope of like watching an ancient villain being like released from their jail, lamp, whatever, coffin, that thing.
That's fine.
And it's like,
I'm not looking for true cinema or storytelling in my Beetlejuice 2, I don't think.
I don't know. There were no jokes either in the first 15 minutes.
I feel like I want a redemptive tale of Beetlejuice, but not completely redemptive. Like, I still want him to be the bad guy at the end, but like there's that glimmer of hope that Beetlejuice has like found some meaning in his
You don't want him to go full cartoon Beetlejuice.
Right, exactly. Yeah. You don't want him to full there, but you're like, oh, maybe there's hope for us all because Beetlejuice has found this meaning of life type of moment.
Because he has to fight this villain.
Correct.
Right.
But then you really don't want him to be like the hero, but you're like, he's the worst or he's the better of two evils.
Yeah, I think that's where they're going with it. And I was just like, no, I noped out of it after 15 minutes. I was like, I think I could spend my time better literally doing anything. But that being said, I'd like to hear you report on it.
I'm sure I'll watch it soon.
Let me know if there's any jokes I can fast forward.
We started watching, I'll watch it soon-ish because we started watching the Lord of the Rings movies.
Okay.
My kid.
So you'll be busy.
So we've gotten through the first one. They enjoyed it. They have they're into all the different Legolas and all the different characters. So they like it.
Has your daughter started reading the books yet? Because I could see her reading the books.
She has not, but I figure she'll pick up. She's still reading through Wicked. because we went through the big Wicked phase, obviously.
I know she's a big reader too. That's why.
Right. She's got a big she reads several levels ahead of her grade level. So yeah, I'm sure she'll read Lord of the Rings. I told her it's very long and there's a lot of meals
and songs.
Yes.
You're just reading songs.
We're watching the theatrical releases, not we added an extra 40 minutes to the movies.
Not the extended cuts?
Yeah, versions.
Wimps.
So we are wimps. We were
the second one, maybe you can get the extended cut is maybe worth it. I don't know.
Maybe. The first one, it's like 3 hours is good. I think we're good with 3 hours on the first one.
The first one is a lot of walking.
All of them are a lot of walking. Come on.
Yes, but this, yeah. But
the second one, they stay in the same place for a little while before they do some more walking.
What else we got here? Who watched Red One?
I did. With my son and I watched Red One together because he really wanted to see it, and I was like, "Sure, I'll watch it with you." Because he's like, "Will you watch it with me?" I'm like, "Sure."
What are these Christians up to? Let's watch Red One.
Yeah.
Yes. Exactly.
Much.
So for those who are
wasting
unaware
money.
Of what Red One is, it is the $300 million budgeted movie starring The Rock and Chris Evans and J.K. Simmons as Santa Claus. And
I need pictures of Spider-Man.
Yeah, he needs pictures of Spider-Man.
Is this the movie that he got ripped for? It is. He's ripped in that. He's like
he's been ripped for a while.
Oh, he has. Okay.
Yeah.
But yes, he's ripped in this, and he also still gets kidnapped. And Dwayne Johnson is like the head of his security team, so he's got to find Santa. And Chris Evans is he's a no good guy. He's on the naughty list.
But he's a good tracker.
But he knows how to find people.
Oh, I watched this trailer right away and then made Mrs. GB watch it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, they gotta get Chris Evans' help to figure this out. Oh, and Chris Evans is also a really bad father. Now, I don't know if he may or may not learn a lesson by the end of the movie about how to love Christmas and be a better father, but I don't want to spoil it.
What do those two things have to do with one another?
They're pretty much entwined with each other. If you've ever seen a Christmas movie.
I know, but I mean in reality, I'm saying.
I don't know. Okay. But is it good? Not really.
Okay.
Did my son like it? Yes. I'm not going to shit too hard on a children's Christmas movie.
Right. This is probably another one that I'm going to watch with the kids. We watched Spirited.
That's a good one. I like Spirited.
Spirited's pretty good. Spirited's pretty good. We did not watch that last year because I don't know, my son, I didn't think was quite old enough for Spirited. This year he is. So we watched Spirited. That was a good one. And I think Red One they would enjoy because, they like The Rock.
It's lots of colors and lots of motion, and
my kids love colors and motion. That's all that matters.
And The Rock.
And The Rock.
They love bald, muscular men and colors and motion.
Right. Like
Spirited is
you throw The Rock or Jack Black into any movie, and my kids are in. Right.
Right.
Yeah. Although this is the movie where, first of all, The Rock was paid like $50 million.
He should be. He's The Rock.
And he was late every day.
That's fine.
That's Red One. Red One.
Yeah, Red One is the movie. The movie where.
But The Rock is supposed to have such a good work ethic, and
I know this is the movie
he's the people's champion.
Where he went to.
I'm sure it was fine. He was probably method acting.
Oh, because his character is kind of a dick in this, right, Wombat? Would his character be late, or is his character punctual?
It would always be on time.
Okay, he was probably recording lines for Moana 2 before he showed up for Red One.
Yep, he would phone those in between takes. You're welcome, and then just hang up.
I don't know if it's on YouTube or what, but there's an interview with The Rock on Howard Stern. Like before he was famous. He was still The Rock, but before he was making this kind of money, he was promoting like the
Scorpion King.
Exactly, fucking exactly, the Scorpion King. And Howard is asking him questions. He's like, The Rock, what do you think about? Like, just refer to him as The Rock all the time, like to his face. And it was just, I don't know, it's very funny. The Rock goes along with it. Like, he's not now he'd probably fucking just walk out. But Anyway, what have we been watching on the TV side? There's a Netflix series. Netflix? Not Netflix. It's on Max called Ninja Kamui, which is an anime that is really violent about ninjas. If those things appeal to you, I have a strong feeling you're gonna enjoy this. We've watched.
If you're watching cartoons on Max, you should be watching Creature Commandos.
So we can go right to that because we did watch the first episode of that as well.
I like it. I'm 3 episodes in. The new episode came out tonight. So
are the second and third episodes better than the first episode? Because I don't recall.
The third episode I think is very strong.
Okay.
The second episode is good too, but the third episode is very strong.
Is the first one a little like not good? We're not as good because we weren't like blown away. We weren't like interested to watch more. Yeah, I thought it was okay.
I was gonna say the first episode is probably the one that's probably. It's also it has heavy lifting to do, I guess, in the sense that it's got to set up things.
You have to learn who the Bride of Frankenstein is.
Yeah, exactly. Why is she there? But it's good. For those who don't know what Creature Commandos is, this is actually the first release in James Gunn's DC universe, the first official in canon. Everything that happens here is part of the same universe where the Superman movie is occurring.
I'm guessing there's no crossover.
There's no crossover, but apparently it's like in the contracts for all the actors who do the voices that if these characters appear in live action, they get to play them.
Uh-huh. I don't think the Bride of Frankenstein is going to wind up in one of these. But hey, you never know. It could be a hit.
Would the Bride of Frankenstein? Maybe not. But could David Harbour's actual Frankenstein show up in a movie? I could see that happening. Because Frankenstein actually shows up in a lot of DC comics. You'd be surprised.
He has a deal with them.
He's like D-list. He's like a D-list DC character.
He's public domain, isn't he?
Maybe, probably.
That's why they get him real for nothing.
Yeah, there's a Marvel Frankenstein and there is a DC Frankenstein, and they are 2 different characters. Yes,
they should fight.
Yep. So
you like Creature Commandos? You recommend it. I thought the first episode was kind of meh. Maybe I'll watch more and see.
Watch more, see what you think. Yeah, okay. I think it's worthwhile. I think it's interesting. As far as also worthwhile and interesting, we started watching Skeleton Crew, the new Star Wars series.
How's that?
I haven't watched a Star Wars thing in a long time. You would like that. I think your kids would like it too.
I think they would too, like just from the trailers.
Yeah. For those who are unaware of what Skeleton Crew is about, this brief synopsis is a bunch of kids get lost in space, and Jude Law has to help them find their way home. So,
is that his character name too?
His character's name is Jude Law.
Okay,
it works in the universe.
It does. Yeah. It sounds like a Star Wars name.
It does sound like a Star Wars name. It's good. It is real. The first episode. This is one where the first episode is a little slow. Like we watched the first episode, and I was like, but then at the end, you're like, but I want to see what happens here. And the second and third episodes were very good. I actually really like it. Yes, as Travesty78 says in the chat, it's Space Goonies. That's basically what it is. It's Space Goonies.
All right, sounds all right.
Yep, there are 4 kids. The 2 girls are very interesting. There's like the one girl that has like the cybernetic like Lobot stuff going on, and she's probably my favorite character on the show. There's also like an alien elephant boy guy, and he's cute and fun.
Wait, there's a girl who has the Lobot screen on her face?
Oh yeah, she has like the Lobot stuff, yeah.
And she's like a child?
She's a child, yeah.
So what's the deal with that? Like she's born with that, or like they just put it up like
I don't know.
You know what's weird is like now today parents are like kids in their phones, they're always looking at these screens, they can't get her, and like she's
got a visor attached to her skull.
Right, like literally like it's part of her fucking face. It's so annoying. At dinner time, it's so annoying. She's never paying attention.
Exactly. There's like a whole thing.
That would drive me nuts.
The whole first episode takes place in Star Wars suburbs.
What's her name? What's her name?
I have no idea. Character on Skeleton Crew.
Right. Put your face away. We're eating.
Yeah. Yep. It's good stuff. People are saying no spoilers in the chat, so I'm not going to spoil anything. I really like it, and Elliot really likes it. It's a show for us to watch together, which is always a plus. So
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus, exactly. I recommend it if you like. It's not too Star Warsy. Like you're not watching this going, oh yeah, that's because of that guy. It's not too much of that.
Where's R2D2?
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't do any of that. I mean, it's still very much a Star Wars show. There's still droids and, but and mentions of Jedis, but
right, those Jedi guys.
yeah, like it's.
When does this take place?
It takes place after the original trilogy.
Okay.
Like not much long after the original trilogy.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So Palpatine hasn't somehow come back.
He has not. He has not. Yeah, Palpatine has not somehow returned.
No spoilers. I haven't watched the latest 3 movies.
You haven't watched the last 3 movies?
No, I guess I did. I didn't watch the last movie.
You should watch the last one at some point.
Oh, it's so bad.
I mean,
that is the only I believe
bad.
That's the only Star Wars movie I've only ever seen once, and that was I did see
that
it
could be.
in the
I think that's
theaters.
the same for me too. Like I think it's the only one I've seen once, and I was like, "All right, I guess."
saw that.
There's 3 good Star Wars movies. I'm sorry.
Episode 1.
And it just like I mean, we can like try to rewrite history all we like, but you know,
I think there's more than 3 good Star Wars movies. I think.
Yeah.
Like the first 3 are good, and then the first of each of the tried to reboots, I think, are pretty watchable.
Episode 1 is
watchable
slow.
and good are very different. They're not even in the same family. Those are like 2 different things. Like watchable is like I can make it to the end, right? Good is like
The Force Awakens is a movie. I think The Force Awakens is a fun movie.
I think it is. I think episode 1's a fun movie.
The one where Han Solo dies?
Well, that's Force Awakens, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun.
That was fun.
Like,
is that what you wanted?
For no good reason.
You had a good reason. You needed to die.
And then they're just like, oh, he died at the end. They're like, oh, he's dead. Oh, well.
Right.
New movie soon. Oh, man. Anyway, let's go on to Wombat's Fortnightly News because I see there's another celebrity, huge celebrity that's in Fortnite.
Godzilla?
I don't know. I didn't click on this.
Weird Al.
You didn't click on it?
Weird Al. No, it's Messi. It's Messi.
I did see that. My kids know. My son knew who that was.
That's not where I thought you were going with that.
It's, I don't know. Who is it?
Mariah Carey.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Long Island's own Mariah Carey. Very nice.
They're doing a whole Christmas event with Mariah Carey. She's frozen in a block of ice in the middle of the map. She's got to get out.
And what do? I know what you do. You take off all your clothes in front of her because there's nothing she can do. She has to watch you naked.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And
you just go like,
I think
you just
could
dance
still
in front
hear
of
her. I think she could still laugh at you from inside the block of ice.
But she can't move and she can't close her eyes.
No.
So she has to watch. In fact, you should put your bare ass up against the ice.
And the Winterfest starts tomorrow.
They have that emote?
Yeah.
All right, Winterfest. Woo!
Winterfest.
Get your free Snoop Dogg as Santa Claus skin.
Oh, that is good.
That's pretty good.
I want that.
Yeah, who doesn't want that?
But not as good as RoboCop. I'm still going to take RoboCop.
You still have RoboCop.
I know, but I can't see a situation. I can't see a situation where I need to switch into Snoop Dogg over RoboCop. You know what I mean?
I mean, 'tis the season. You have a holiday skin. You wear the holiday skins.
I'm Jewish, though. It's not even my holiday. They have any Hanukkah skins in there or what?
There's like a Jonesy that wears a blue and white.
Wait, Jonesy's Jewish?
That's not right.
No, he's not. He's not. I don't think
he
so.
He just likes the color blue.
Yeah, I have the Jonesy where he wears the Christmas sweater. I have that Jonesy.
Like if they have Snoop Dogg wearing the Christmas outfit and Mariah Carey wearing the Christmas outfit, who would be a good Jew to have wearing like holding a menorah or something? That could, like Seth Rogen.
Or Jack Black. We already brought him up. Why not Jack Black?
Okay, but his hitbox is too big. I think it wouldn't work.
I don't know. I would like to see Jack Black in Fortnite.
Right.
That could be fun. I think you could do like a whole thing with Jack Black in Fortnite.
Yes, people would probably buy that. Darkness in the chat wrote Jerry Springer. I don't think he's bringing in. I don't think Jerry Springer is like representing the Jewish. Isn't he dead?
He is dead.
Yeah, and I don't.
But he's a Cincinnati icon.
I was gonna say, and he's from Cincinnati.
Right, like the mayor of Cincinnati. Like that's gonna bring the Bucks into Fortnite.
Probably not. Yeah, Adam Sandler.
Adam
yes,
Sandler.
Good
That's
dizzy,
a good one.
Dizzy death. That would be
You
good.
could do all sorts of different versions of them too. You could
Hanukkah
do Billy
song.
Madison or the Happy Gilmore.
Hanukkah
or
song. Jewish Sandler.
Bobby Boucher.
Big money. He has so much money though that they have to pay him
so many basketball shorts he could sell in this.
Hey, Mr. Sandler, this is Joe Fortnite. How would you like to make another, I don't know, $50 million? Oh, what? Shabadoo, what do I need to do?
I wonder,
you don't have to do anything. You just have to sign a piece of paper that says we could put you in Fortnite. He goes, Shabadoo, give me pen.
I feel like I wonder how much money like something like that would make if like an Adam Sandler or like a Mariah Carey. Like at the end of the day, how many people are buying that skin? Like it's for sale, right? Or no, they just give it away?
Mariah Carey will be for sale, yeah.
Like, I mean, how many people are buying that? And like, how much money is going to her at the end of the day?
And I'm sure, again, it's found money.
I know, I'm not saying it's like bad or not enough or anything. I'm just curious.
If she made
like,
$1 million.
Yeah, that's fucking amazing. Like, I'm just wondering, like, are we talking 1 million, 5 million? Like how many people are buying this fucking thing?
Enough where
I'll ask ChatGPT
a lot of celebrities do it now. Because someone else had to have made a lot of money. And have been like The Rock probably was like, guys, let me tell you about this Fortnite thing.
Right. That's why I don't have to show up on time anymore. I got this Fortnite money.
Yeah. Let me tell you about this Fortnite racket.
All right, let's move on to the news. I guess the big news was the Game Awards this week or last week. I don't know when it was. I didn't watch it.
Last week.
Did you watch it?
No.
Chip? You didn't watch it. I know that much.
You didn't have to ask that. No, I'm not watching the Game Awards. What? So a lot of people did watch it though.
Well, it says they smashed viewing records with 154 million live streams, up 31% from last year. So my question to Wombat is, because Wombat is the person to ask, I noticed that in all like the press releases and stuff about the Game Awards, they always refer to the number of live streams, right? Mm-hmm. And when you look at other forms of entertainment, like the Oscars or other shows, they don't talk about like streams. They talk about viewers, like how many viewers we have, which is something like very clearly like Game Awards is not putting that out there. So my question is, when the Game Awards says they have 154 million live streams, like what does that mean? And like, how does that compare to like 20 million viewers, which I think was the Oscar viewership last year?
They say live streams because it's a multi-channel show.
Okay.
It's an OTT. It's mostly OTT, probably some CTV, multi-channel.
No one knows program. What that means. You have to use like the stupid
I know.
words.
I was doing that on purpose to be a jerk. Basically what it means is that you can watch it from multiple apps and multiple devices on multiple screen sizes.
Right.
So unlike the Oscars, which is really only available in, let's say, what is it, on NBC now? So it'd really only be available in two places. It's available either on NBC, on your television, or it's available on the Peacock app.
Right.
So, and that would be really probably considered CTV.
Right.
So you're losing a lot of, you don't have the channels. You wouldn't have the live streams.
Right.
As opposed to viewers, which are the people actually watching the show. Now, what you're getting with the Game Awards that you're probably not getting with the Oscars is a lot of second screen viewership, which you've talked about on this show before, where you may have someone that actually may have the Game Awards open on their iPad, just kind of even in the background while they're doing something else like playing a game or even watching another show just to see if something happens.
But how many people is that? That's what my question is. Like,
it seems like, so I just looked up like an NFL game looks like it's like 18 million viewers for an NFL game. This seems like 154 million. Like
it's not
viewers, streams.
Because it's not going to be all at once.
It doesn't seem, it doesn't seem reasonable. Like there's more people watching an NFL game than this, right?
Has to be. And more people watching the Oscars than this too, I feel.
Like, what does this number mean? I don't
That's
understand.
That's what I want to know. And it's very, you notice like, because I actually like looked it up because I saw that and it's like, it's just a weird thing to always be, a weird metric to always be using and no other metric.
And how does it go up 31% year over year? Like that's a huge jump. 31%.
I just don't know what it means.
More available places to watch the show.
Is it though?
I don't know.
Always on the same fucking thing.
But I assume it also would count, like, if you started on Twitch and went to YouTube, then that's going to be 2 live streams.
Who's doing that though?
And then started
Or
again.
if you start and stop it like 10, 15 times during the stream because you're in your browser or whatever, like that counts as 15 live streams. Like I'm sure it does. Like it's like views. Remember, like back in the old day of measuring the internet, like people would call like every time you hit a page, that's a view. It doesn't mean like you really like read anything or clicked on anything. It's just like hitting a counter. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe there's some more stats.
I just don't understand. I don't understand these numbers. Like, because like if you just think of like NFL games, like they're on in every restaurant,
right?
Like everywhere you would go. Like how can this be like almost 10 times as many as a NFL game?
Right, because you're comparing 2 different things. You're comparing this number live streams, whatever that is, versus individual viewers. Like people. Anyway, maybe there's an answer somewhere.
I have a meeting about this stuff tomorrow. I can ask.
Yeah,
please figure this out for us, because
not like, the Game Awards, something else.
Okay.
It's great that they have these viewers. I'm happy.
It's a big number, no matter what it is, right? If it's
correct,
right?
It's just very hard to compare to like what we know is a big number, at least in North America, of like NFL games are like the thing. Like that's the big viewership because they're on TVs everywhere. Every Sunday, every TV is on NFL.
Yeah.
But I say there are very few games that everyone gets. So I guess it.
But even like it would say like if the Game Awards were outperforming the NFL or the Oscars, they would be like more viewers than the NFL or more viewers than I don't know. I mean.
I would if I was them.
Right. I don't know. There's I'm not trying to like take anything away from them. I'm just trying to find out like what does that number mean? Like, because I saw people posting about it on social media, and they definitely looked at that number and said, "Oh, there's 154 million people watching the Game Awards." It's like, dude,
it's not. It's not.
No. Like almost half of the country is watching the Game Awards. Anyway, so we didn't watch it, but Astrobot is the game of the year.
Okay.
Which you're probably happy about that.
I'm fine with that. It's a very good game.
I didn't really watch much content coming out of it, but I did see that Naughty Dog has a new game coming out, so I watched that trailer, which is called Intergalactic, the Heretic Project. They did not use the Beastie Boys song in the trailer.
What's going on then?
What they did do is have a lot of product placement in the. Did you watch it, Wombat? You see that trailer? There's like it's like a space. It's a woman with like a shaved head. It's another thing that people are complaining about. Another female character who doesn't look like a model, so like a realistic looking person. So like people are complaining. But anyway, she's driving a Porsche spaceship. Okay, like crazy spaceship Porsche.
Okay.
At one point, you see her, even though she's in this fucking crazy looking spaceship and the graphics look fucking sick, she puts on some music and it says like Sony and the music starts playing, but it's fucking CDs. She's got a CD player with a CD jukebox in the spaceship. Very weird.
What, you're complaining that there's no Wi-Fi in outer space?
I just don't know. CDs? Come on.
If you want to listen to music in the depths of outer space, you're not going to be able to stream it from a satellite.
CDs?
I think CD makes sense.
What about MP3s? You just download them. Come on. We've solved. Anyway, and she's wearing Adidas sneakers. I felt like maybe a little too much. Like I understand. The Porsche thing. I was like, all right, that's cool. I guess that brand could still be around in like 500 years. I don't know. Adidas is not lasting 500 years. Come on.
You don't think so?
I don't know. What do I know?
I don't know. There's only like 3 shoe companies, I think.
Right. Anyway, and Kumail's in it. Kumail's in the game. I was like, that guy looks like Kumail a lot. And then I looked it up, and it was. So that looks cool. Like, I don't know. I like a nice space game where you fly around and shoot things, and I don't need to have the main character look like somebody I need to have sex with immediately. She looked like a person who flies a spaceship like that. Like, it looked realistic to the game. So I don't know what people are upset
Naughty
about.
Dog makes good games, so
yeah, I was like,
I'll wait for it to actually exist.
I was excited. You should watch the trailer though; it's cool. What else we got here? In other news, I saw that Walmart has started its own like Game Informer. So Walmart is paying people to make a games news site, but not a gaming news magazine, which probably people be more, their audience might be more interested in actually. Like, who's looking for a new gaming news site right now? By Walmart.
Well, they
No
had
Walmart
Walmart had
branding.
their own like video game magazine. I don't know if they still have it or not.
They had
But
their
they-
own like on-site video game portal too, I believe. Like quasi blog thing for like a minute, but I could be wrong about that. Like
You
a
could
hub,
be right.
maybe.
You could be right about it too.
I could be crazy.
But
Okay, this
it's
is a thing
called.
that exists.
Sorry, I should probably tell you what it's called.
Restart. I think is the
Restart.
name of it.
Restart.run.
I love dot runs. That's the only internet I visit anymore is
.run. I didn't even know it existed until
dot run.
Restart.run.
Mm-hmm.
People are skeptical because it's a Walmart funded site. And
Why would you be skeptical though? Like Walmart's trying to sell you video games.
Yes.
What's skeptical about that?
Not that part. It's about like, are you going to write a negative review?
No,
right.
You're not, because it's a
Right.
Walmart. It's
Right.
a Walmart site.
So then, what does that have a lot of utility for a general audience?
Sure,
Or
it does.
How?
You get your 7, 8, 9s, and 10s, and then you buy your video games from Walmart.com
What?
or Walmart.run, whichever you'd like.
They have a special deals section on the website, and you click on it, and it's just articles about Walmart deals,
That
Walmart
sounds great.
video game deals. But
Right,
not
like
too
what are we trying to lose out on here? Like, what is there some kind of like editorial? Like, I don't know.
People want to see games get trashed and things be criticized.
That's great. You're gonna get a 7 then.
What about when there's some like bit of unpleasantness in the news that needs to be written about? Then what happens?
7. 7.
Can you just put 7 in like what's the headline?
Right, like everybody got laid off. 7 out of 10.
I mean, yeah. So people, and I read some of the comments on, I don't know where I was, Blue Sky or X, and people like wanted to be positive about it, but they were like, also people want to like figure out what's wrong with everything. So it's like an interesting mix of those comments.
It provides people who like video games an outlet to like write about video games, and they know they can't write negative articles.
Right.
That's what we have here.
Yeah.
So this isn't hard-hitting journalism. We're not looking for hard-hitting journalism
Okay, not
here.
everything needs to be hard-hitting.
Right.
Right.
We're looking for like
get jobs.
All
And video games get sold, and more video games may get made. So,
Yeah, sure.
like, tell me how the new Kirby game is doing.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know if I should buy this new Kirby game or not.
Right. What's the Walmart exclusive pack-in with
8.5 out of 10? It sounds like I should buy that Kirby game from Walmart.com.
Not .run.
Either
if
one.
you want to.
Hey,
it's
I'm not
probably
opposed to
okay.
it all.
Right.
And if they want me to produce a podcast for them about Walmart deals, I could do that for them for money.
Exactly.
For money,
Right.
obviously.
Right.
What are we
The
playing?
alternative here is that Walmart stops selling video games.
I know that
Right.
we all tried a little bit of Marvel Rivals,
Okay. We did.
and we're all done playing Marvel Rivals.
I mean,
I think I still have a couple more rounds to go before I unlock my Fortnite goodies.
Oh, I got the glider.
oh, that's a thing.
Yes. You tie
Play
it to your
10
Fortnite, you get a glider.
No,
Glider.
If you play 10 rounds of this Marvel Rivals game.
Mm-hmm.
it seems to be doing very well. Like a lot of people are playing it.
Mm-hmm.
You match up instantly as soon as you push that X button. You
Why
are in
does
the
it
game.
suck to play? Is my
I think
The controls are a little wobbly. There's no crosshairs, which I think is frustrating. And
it doesn't seem very balanced either.
That was what I was about to say next. I was gonna say, and I don't think the balance is quite there yet. Also, I'm not a fan of the. I sound like a 100-year-old man. I'm not a fan of these games that move too fast. This game moves too fast. There's too much like everyone's like throwing shit all at the same time, and all you see is this.
Right.
Like, what the hell am I supposed to be doing?
It's
now?
run to the center of the map and
this.
And do like everybody, just do everything you can. You have all these powers. Just everybody use your powers.
Just do it.
And then you see if you die or not. And then it's like
everyone does their thing, and it's just a lot of this, and everyone's in the center.
And it's like, okay, you died. Like go back to the beginning, and then like run to the center again.
Run to the center, and just rinse, repeat.
Right. And you want to be the shark.
The same thing.
The baby shark is what you want to be.
Yes, I like the bite. The shark is good.
Jeff, is that his name?
Jeff the land shark.
Right.
He's fun to play as. He's fun to play as.
Right. You don't want to be the characters that are like that suck.
Like Iron Man.
Yeah, don't pick Iron Man because he sucks because you know who he is. You want to pick the characters that you have no idea who they are.
Like the Luna.
Yeah, like
Luna Snow.
Luna Snow like
for the game.
Like, yeah, you want to pick Luna Snow and Jeff the Shark and like weird Hawkeye. Like that's where you want to like live when this game. You don't want to pick the characters.
Hawkeye is solid in that game.
He
that
is
was the only character I think I enjoyed playing. Is that in Namor? Wasn't bad either.
Right, yeah. You want to go with your like cursory character.
You don't want to take Wolverine.
You don't want Wolverine. You don't want Spider-Man.
No Spider-Man. Nope.
Yeah. You want all the characters you have no idea who they are because you get annoyed because you get killed by them over and over again as you run to the center of the map.
That's why it's good to take Jeff the land shark because he moves fast under the map.
Right.
And say Iron Man moves fast to the center of the map, which is good. But then
Correct.
he dies.
You can rush to get killed.
Shoot your missiles and then die there.
Yeah. Exactly. You just want to blast to the center of the map. We're super quick. Shoot all your missiles.
And
then shot twice by Hawkeye or Luna Snow, and then you're dead. Like he just takes 2 hits. And
hover
you're dead.
slowly. Hover so slowly in the middle of the air. Be big and red so everybody can see you.
Right.
Can't move out of the way, and then you just fall to your death because you're dead. You're just dead and like a sack of potatoes.
And your team has no healers on it because no one picks the healing characters.
Right.
No one's voluntary choosing Adam Warlock. It's just not happening.
Right. Right. I mean, who the fuck even knows who that is?
Did they launch with too many characters too? Like, there's so many characters. That
Here's all 19 characters. Here's all 300 characters.
There's a lot.
We got all your favorite Marvel characters here. We got Frankenstein. We got the werewolf. We got the Tomb of the Mummy. We got Dracula. They're all here.
Yep. Yeah. So.
Yep.
I don't know. Like, what are we supposed to do with this game?
That's a game. Like, if you have 10 minutes to play a game, you could get like a game in 10 minutes because you're going to get right into the game as soon as you load it up, and then you'll die. You'll hover and die, and then the game's over, and you can go do whatever.
You got D-Man is going to be in that game eventually. You got Abomination.
Bride is the bride again? Oh, it's Marvel.
No, it's Marvel.
Yeah, wrong one.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
All right, what else are we playing? Indiana Jones. We got to talk about Indiana Jones.
Rage. They got to put Rage in that game. Paladin.
No,
no more Marvel deep cuts. Okay,
no. Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones, and I already forget the Dial of Destiny. No, that was the actual movie. The Great Circle.
The Good Circle.
Good circle. It's some kind of circle.
It's all right.
Indiana Jones and a circle.
And the round circle. No, Indiana Jones and take this thing and put it over there, and then like punch these guys when they're not looking.
Hit a guy in the head with a shovel from behind
when he's not looking, and just
fly swatter
because
eat some biscotti.
Eat the biscotti. Mrs. Chibi noped out of this one like real surprisingly fast because the game's really good looking.
It's a great looking game. It's very slow. It's essentially, I mean, it's like a point and click adventure game, but
makes
3D,
you nauseous from the first person perspective.
But in first person, yeah, it's like a first person point and click adventure game. Oh, I bet this lighter will come in handy later. I better put it in my pocket.
He's like,
Yes.
I mean, the voice actor does a great job of doing it. Like, I think, don't you? Like, for the most part,
yes,
like it's
because there's a lot of Indiana Jones talking to himself. Like,
Yeah.
Maybe I'm supposed to pull that lever.
Right.
Maybe I need to find something else first.
I mean, it's Troy Baker.
Yeah.
Yes, it is Troy Baker.
I noticed his main method of becoming Indiana Jones is mumbling. If you listen closely to
there's a book here that maybe I need to pull one of these books.
It's more, no, you're not mumbling enough. I mean, he really just like is like not opening his mouth. It's interesting, but it's effective. I mean, it sounds like fucking Harrison Ford. But,
yeah, it does. Like you feel like, I mean, it starts off and you're just replaying the original scene from the first Indiana Jones.
Yeah, that's the best part of the game.
You're kind of replaying it.
Kind of.
Do you think this game would be better suited with like larger set piece, faster moving?
I don't know. Game? I feel like they decided what they wanted to make of the game and they made it. So I can't discount that at all. I just know that it makes me sleepy when I'm playing.
That's why Mrs. Cheapy is no. She's like, I can't. She's like, I just no.
Yeah. So I like it when I'm playing it, but I know that I can't play that more than like a half hour at a time because it makes me sleepy.
Yeah. I'll play more.
Yeah. So it's cool that this game exists, and I think it, like, the other alternative is like Indiana Jones just killing a bunch of dudes.
Like
right?
Uncharted.
Right, like Uncharted, which is not what Indiana Jones is. But it also Indiana Jones isn't like a stealth game. Like I don't think it's like stealth as Indiana Jones. So you're like stuck in this weird, like, how do I make an Indiana Jones movie when all Indiana Jones movies are just set pieces?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I think I like it.
Right. It's hard to tell.
But I'm not convinced that I like it. Like I like the concept of it, I think.
As someone said on Twitter or whatever, I don't know who said it, but they said it's not so much an Indiana Jones game as it is an Indiana Jones simulator. And it's like a game, it's like it might have been more fun as a game and less like, oh, we're like looking at the map and doing this and all the time, like all these slow parts. Like maybe we could have had less slow parts. But then again, like, what is he doing all the time? He can't be fucking shooting like 24 guys. Like,
like he's not a big like I'm gonna kill a whole bunch of guys.
I tried, by the way.
I hit a lot of people with fly swatters and shovels.
Oh, I hit a guy with a wrench so hard, he's dead. Like, but
maybe.
I mean,
probably just knocked out.
Yeah, I mean, it was big, and there's a hammer. Like, you hit a guy with a hammer. I mean,
right, but I feel like I'm like pulling my punch when I hit him with the hammer. Like it's the same as if I'm hitting him with a fly swatter.
They are fascists. It's not like they don't deserve it.
I know, but he's killing them. I feel. Anyway, maybe
wartime.
What else?
He's hiding the bodies somewhere. Are you doing a good job hiding the bodies?
I've not hit a single body.
I've never hit a body.
Do you remember when Indiana Jones hit all those bodies in the movies?
No.
That was the whole thing. It's like Indiana Jones and the hiding of the bodies.
Right. Like, yeah, there's some like, I don't know, there's creative liberties taken with Indiana Jones here that I'm not sure add to the fun of the game.
Yeah.
Like,
I haven't played that much, but
I haven't thought about like, hey, yeah, if I was Indiana Jones and I was carrying around like a knocked out dude, like how would my stamina be? Like, would I be able to carry him very far before I got tired?
No.
Right. This answers the question that I've thought about with Indiana Jones is like, how far could he carry an unconscious dude? And where would he hide him?
Right. Is that a thing? Like you drop him after a while?
You just get your stamina goes down to where you can't move very fast.
Yeah.
You're still committed to carrying him.
I haven't gotten to the part where you have to carry the body yet.
Oh no, you can do it right from the beginning. I have no reason to carry these bodies around.
Okay.
Other than it lets me.
Got it. Fair enough.
Right? Like I feel like I'm supposed to take these bodies somewhere.
Right. Hide your shame. Clean up this place, will you? There's all these fucking bodies around.
There's like I'm hitting so many people with all these blunt weapons.
Bottles, fucking everything.
Right.
You can get marble statues.
Right. Which is good. I like hitting people with those things, and I like biscotti.
You're not surviving getting hit by a Marvel statue, by the way.
I feel like I feel like he's gonna hit you lightly with that, so you don't die. Like it feel like in the movie, like when the guy gets like completely like, it feels like he might die when he hits the propellers of the airplane in the movie.
Might die. That guy's dead, dude.
Maybe, but
that guy's dead.
yeah, but I feel like Indy was like,
it was an accident. So I mean, he didn't even care really. He wasn't even really like, didn't feel bad about it at all. He was like, I fucked that guy up with this propeller, and good, better him than me.
But
it was him, or it was, you know, he was gonna die. Indy was on, you know, he was getting his ass kicked by that guy.
He was.
He deserved.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess. Did he deserve like this? Did that guy deserve to get like killed by that airplane propeller?
He was a Nazi.
Okay. Was he a Nazi in that one?
Yes,
but just a mechanic, though. I don't know that he was
the Nazi mechanic.
Right? Was he just doing his job?
Yeah, just like all those stormtroopers.
I think once you sign up as a Nazi mechanic, you know what you're signing up.
Did he sign up, or did he have to do it? Like maybe he had to do it. They came to his town.
No, he had like a tattoo. He had a big Nazi tattoo on him.
Maybe they. Yeah, that's true. All right, what else are we playing? What else are we playing? That's well, we'll report more on Indy later. I mean, I really haven't played that much. I shouldn't really be.
I was sent a Soul Reaver remake.
Okay.
What is this? What is this?
Soul Reaver remaster. I should say remaster, not remake. It's a remaster. Soul Reaver 1 and 2. If you've ever played the Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver.
Of course.
The first Soul Reaver game, Soul Reaver 1, is one of my favorite games of all time. I played the crap out of that game 25 years ago. Yep. It's maybe one of the first real open world games I ever played. It's kind of open worldish. I mean, for the time, yeah. I mean, for the time, it was what open world was gonna be.
Sure.
And I really loved how unique and interesting and just bizarre that game was. I wish it held up a little bit better, but it does feel like a 25-year-old game, even with the polish on it.
I mean, I just remember, like, I can just picture it in my mind, like, it's very much, like, it's very clear, like, there's a lot of platforming of like grabbing on to like ledges. And it's very clear, like that's very boxy as you're doing that.
And moving of crates. You're moving
right, and there's a lot of crates that are box shaped. And you're
switching between the regular world and the spirit world. And
it's a cool game,
souls.
But yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's a lot. It's a very brown game. Lots of brown. There's not.
I remember some blues. There were some blues as well.
He's blue.
Right.
I mean, if you have fond memories of the original game, you probably wouldn't be too upset with it. But
who made this remake?
I don't know off the top of my head. It's okay. It's okay. It's not. I want to love it, but you know, because the nostalgia's there for me. Like I said, I played the crap out of it, but I mean, it just feels old. It does feel old.
Same.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But it does.
I don't know how it wouldn't feel that way, right? Like, hopefully this is them like trying to relaunch that Legacy of Kain or Soul Reaver franchise, because those games were cool just because of the lore and everything with them too.
Yes, it does have that original Tony J voiceover narration, which is pretty cool. I'll give it that. I remember hearing that for the first time and being like, "Oh my god, this game!" So, you know, it does hit some of the right notes. It's just, it's okay. So,
what else?
This is a good, like, I'll keep a brief little wombat story where I had a brief conversation with someone online who happened to wind up being the PR person that represents Jackbox. And true story, I had a conversation earlier in the day with my wife to bring the smaller Xbox to my parents' house on Christmas Day / Hanukkah evening, because that's where we were going, and maybe play Jackbox with have a family Jackbox session. And I told this person that, and they were like, "What games are you missing?" So I got Jackbox 9 and 10, and the new one, the Jackbox categories. What is it called? It's like Family Feud Jackbox style games. Which is pretty cool. And they also sent me Jackbox After Dark, which I don't know if I'm going to play with my kids and my parents. But
I didn't even know that was the thing.
The new one seems really cool. It's also in it. Survey, Jackbox Survey. Thank you in the chat. Yeah, and that one seems really cool. That one is also really inexpensive right now. I've seen it on sale as low as $8. So if you're looking for a new Jackbox game, that one I do recommend.
Okay. Is that on Xbox too?
Yeah, it's on everything. It's called the Jackbox Survey Scramble.
Got it.
And it has a bunch of new games and a big update for it. And that's pretty cool if you want like a bite-sized, simpler Jackbox thing that you can play with the fam or whomever, your friends. But we're a big Jackbox house anyway. That's kind of like, what we do for games.
I'll probably buy that. It's $8.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. For $8, I recommend that. But I'm excited for Christmas Day there, though, because we have all sorts of new Jackboxes to play.
You guys will be jacking it on Christmas Day.
Yeah, exactly.
For the family.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
That's it. Jackbox. Thank you, everyone
family
at Jackbox.
That jacks together.
Mm-hmm.
What? Wax together. No,
sure.
That's not right.
Mm-mm.
You're going to make you give those codes back after that. All right. What else we got here? Oh, it's so late already. What is these? Any CAGcast questions? I think we actually addressed a bunch of these already. Oh, somebody brought up here. We'll do one. Jeremy on Blue Sky. We get a lot of fucking questions on Blue Sky. It's pretty good. I guess a lot of people really did move from Twitter. Jeremy writes in, thoughts on the constant woke backlash that seems to be invading the gaming industry. Every time a woman lead is cast in a new game that isn't half naked or sexy, men just can't deal for some reason. The latest example is Naughty Dog's new game Intergalactic. It's sad neckbeard behavior, in my opinion. It's mostly like internet grifters now, right? Because there's just money to be made, literally money to be made stirring up shit on X, right? Like you can literally get a check from people replying to your post if you pay $10 a month and make YouTube videos, same thing. So I don't know if these people actually give two fucking shits about what these characters look like or any of this stuff, but they do like getting money. And I think like the best thing to do is just fucking ignore these people, because by clicking on their videos or responding to their tweets and even telling them that they're assholes or wrong, you're just making them get paid and encouraging them. So I would just say block them and move on with your life. And be glad that you don't have to make your living that way. All right. That's enough show. That's a long show, I feel.
We did a good long show.
And I guess this is the last show of the year?
Probably, yes. I don't think we're going to do a show next week. It's Christmas Day.
Christmas Day, we're going to play Jackbox and After Dark with the family. That's the move. Jackbox After Dark at like 10 a.m. on Christmas Day with all our families. And we don't tell our families that it's Jackbox After Dark. We just tell them it's Jackbox.
We did. Laura and I put it on because we thought, we're like, well, how bad could it be?
Yeah.
Yeah. It is not for children.
Like, give me an example how bad it is.
Oh, I was surprised with I think one of the things, it's like adult drawful, and it was like you're stranded on an island and looking to fuck.
Oh my God, they say fuck.
Yeah.
Like, and you're going to fuck a coconut, a palm tree.
Yeah, then you have to draw a
sand.
picture of like, yeah.
Right,
like
what are you fucking?
Yeah, exactly.
That looks good. I want to get that too.
Okay, get Jackbox After Dark. I think that one's actually on sale too.
Shit.
So.
All right. All right, everybody. Hope everybody has Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Happy Hanukkah. What are the other ones? Ramadan's not now. That's it, right? Is there any other ones? Kwanzaa? Happy Kwanzaa. Happy woke Christmas.
Happy War on Christmas.
Yeah, there's no more Christmas. Did you guys hear? They made a $300 million Christmas movie, but nobody likes it.
Nobody likes Christmas.
All right, everybody. Peace.
Bread's done.